Hey family, it's Regina. I am back. If you don't know, I took a little break, I did a little bit of traveling, lots to catch up on. But first, welcome, y'all. This is a Roman haul that I talk about, and I hope you guys don't mind. I may ramble a little bit. I got to keep it together, and I'm going to try. First, I think I already said welcome. Yes, I did. If you are new here, normally this is a channel where I am showcasing my journey to declutter a very large collection down to a reasonable number, maybe 300, but we'll get into that too. Let me start off by asking you guys, what do you think about my gray hair? Because I decided to cut my hair and now I'm working it through going gray because you know what, y'all, I just can't be bothered doing that. So I'm just going to keep cutting it because right now this is obviously a synthetic little piece. So what do you guys think? That out of the way so no one's shocked because normally I would have dark hair. Let's talk about my trip or trips. The month of October turned into a lot more travel than I anticipated. At the beginning of the month, I went to Vegas, I went to Los Angeles. Then I spent 2 weeks in Rome, which I don't know if I shared with you guys that the Rome trip was sort of a pivot. Did I tell you guys that? That actually I was supposed to be going to Perugia for a chocolate festival. And then at the last minute, I found out that they had changed the dates to November. I pivoted, took my 2 weeks, went to Rome, and we'll go back in 2 weeks to go to Florence and Perugia. Rome, amazing. This is not a travel episode, so I mean, I'm happy to talk about it more if you guys want me to. But let me just say, if you are planning a trip to Rome, it's a Jubilee year starting December 24th, I believe, Christmas Eve, going through the year 25. Was not a problem for me because I'm more interested in ancient Roman culture and archaeological things. So I spent like days at the Roman Forum. But I also did a lot of shopping. I did both perfume shopping and I did some thrift and vintage clothes shopping. Happy to share that with you guys if you want me to talk about it, show you pictures, talk about it. I got some really cool jackets and I also got this really amazing purple mohair wool boucle coat with black fur buttons and a collar. It is so cute. Everything was relatively inexpensive. More importantly, it was thrifted and vintage, and I love that. But I'm not going to talk about it now because right now we're talking about my Roman haul. Before I get into the haul, can we talk about the fact that I took probably 15 to 18 decants with me, 10 mil decants, thinking that, I was going to test them out and see what I thought, blah, 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 the drill. Got to Rome and I checked a couple of them out and I didn't like most of them. So I poured them down the drain. I'm going to clean and sterilize the decant bottles and use them for other decants. So I ended up wearing this. This is called Loris Niche, and this is almond coffee. You guys, this is a 50 ml bottle. Can you see how much is left? This was full when I took it. Oh my gosh, I know I smelled good. This, I can't even begin to tell you. This is gorgeous. I could wear this every day and be very, very happy, which kind of makes it a moot point, doesn't it? That I have, 600 fragrances and I have one that I could probably wear every day. And then I probably have another 15 over here that I'm going to tell you that I bought. Now, let me also just say that I actually held off doing this video when I got back because the backpack, I ended up using my backpack, you guys, to send a lot of my perfumes and my clothes home, including my vintage jackets that I just bought, because I had to take them through the duty free. And then when I was done, my suitcase was already full and the backpack went missing, got lost. Took them 3 days to find it and deliver it to me. I was going to be so sad because I just thought, oh, they're gone. They're gone. The jackets are gone. They'd be one of a kind. The perfumes, yes, I can replace them. Anyway, showed up. Perfect condition. Everything's fine. So they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's not bad. I only have 11. Not even a dozen. Not bad, you guys, right? Okay. I know, Regina, shut up. First of all, let me just talk about the fail. Coeterno Ocean Noir. Sprayed in the air. Absolutely stunning. Sprayed on the stick, absolutely stunning. The gentleman in the store that I was in was kind enough to spray it on me, and on first sniff, it smelled great on skin. And the first spray that I thought was that it reminded me very much of a deeper, richer Cool Water by Davidoff, which is one of my all-time favorite fragrances, both for men and women. Just beautiful. Maybe 20, 30 minutes after I left the store with my purchases, I just couldn't stop trying to figure out what was smelling so bad. And it turned out it's this. This is so Pit BO. This is an automatic fail. If somebody is looking for this and you would like it, please reach out to me. I'm happy to give it to you for a good price because this is definitely not even going to be recorded in Fragrantica, to my nose, it is nothing more than like a teenage boy after a really heavy basketball game. Oh, okay. Let's talk about good stuff though. Tutu Blanc. Now, as you know, Gritty and I are not necessarily friendly. I rehomed Duchessa, which I think had gone bad. Gossip Night, I also rehomed. And I bought Chantilly, and I have Tangerina, and now Tutu Blanc. I think I also have the Tutu, which I like. And this one I thought was beautiful in store, and it actually smelled good on me. This one comes off like very spring summer fragrance. Fresh fruit, maybe whipped cream. Just a really light, beautiful, sweet, gourmandy kind of scent. Let's talk about this. This, I believe, the brand is Cave, and this is Secret Tuberose. Now, if you guys remember, I was kind of on a tuberose moment. This is powerful. It's so floral and fresh, and there's some greenness in here. This is something that I probably would spray on my lower body, not as close to my nose, because I think this would probably blow it out, and maybe half a spray on each wrist. This seems to come off like a powerhouse. Love that. Bois 1920, which is another house that I love so much. And this one is called Oro Rosa. Like, I need another rose fragrance, but I couldn't read this. The rose is such a light pink rose. It's just beautiful. I love it. Then one of the stores I was in, Castelli, had its own brand. Shock of all shocks. This was one of the gourmand that he sprayed for me when I told him I like gourmands, I like vanilla. This is called Ginger, and I loved it. It wasn't spicy like I find ginger to be oftentimes, but I don't remember it now because I haven't sprayed it since I bought it because I couldn't. This reminds me of something that I think I have or that I've smelled, but this is smoother, mellower, with some sweetness in there. This is kind of a fall fragrance. Like, I should be wearing this now, so I'm going to have to put it on my rotation. The other one that they had was Erba. This one, I believe I remember it being more fresh, not necessarily green, just fresh, which I had to have liked this. I think he meant to have rosemary in it. Yeah, this is a freshie. The ginger is not as fresh to me, but they're different. I can't think of anything I have that's similar to either of those. Really like them. I think they're easy to wear. Since I haven't worn them, I honestly can't tell you how they wear. I'm going to have to check it out and try it. Here's the other one that I got in the store. Scent Bar 109. This is true gourmand right here. This was not even one that was on my list. I had bought the other four, and then I smelled this one, and I was like, oh, I got to have this one. This is like a cookie, a shortbread cookie to me. Well, I did look this up. I think the notes come off and say that it's sweet vanilla and caramel. So it could be a caramel cookie. I get like a sugar cookie though, for sure. Maybe a snickerdoodle. All right, now let me talk about the one that I had gone far away. Took a little hike and went to find this fragrance. This was one of the decants that I took with me that I still brought back because I love this fragrance. This to me is an almond bomb, and I loved it. Went to the store, went in. The gentleman who was there, who may or may not be the owner, I don't know, was really, really lovely. He let me wander around until finally I was like, oh, because I kept squealing, oh, you have this, oh, you have this house, you have this house, you have this house. And then what happened was I found the other two fragrances that I fell in love with. I found the third fragrance that I fell in love with. And I was like, yeah, I'll take those. And as I am wandering around for that final time, just taking it all in, I realized that I had forgotten this. Unfortunately, it was out. I said, yes, I want that too. And he's like, oh. And he goes, are you a collector? I was like, yes. He goes, how many fragrances do you have? I said, I don't know, I think maybe 600. He goes, oh, okay. Thankfully, I'm sure he's heard larger collections, so he wasn't shocked, but this almondy, nutty, it reminds me, and you're going to laugh when I say this, it reminds me of Fritos and Doritos on that first spray. I like Fritos and Doritos, so I'm not bothered by that. Once the Frito Dorito note chills, it just goes into a beautiful almondy vanilla. The other house that I found is Supers, which I say Super Z's. It's Supers according to him. This is Secret Desire Iris, because that's the other thing I've been on a hunt for, is more iris fragrances. This is a light spring scent to me. I'm falling in love with this house. Memories Gold. Oh boy, this. There's chocolate. There's heavy vanilla in here. But this is not a gourmand that smells like food. This is a gourmand that has that hint, but it's very much a perfume, which I think is why I like it so much. They may have coffee in here, I don't really know, but I love this one too. As you can tell, I'm liking all of these with the exception of that one Coeterna. Now, this one was a different store, but I'm in love with it. This is called, I think, Bronx. I'm not really sure who the house is, or maybe that is the house. I don't know. I just like the fact of the two heads. There's a head, and there's a head, and there's a the wig kind of thing. I know it's kind of weird. I believe the gentleman told me that this is pistachio, and I'm not a fan of pistachio, you guys, but I smelled this, loved it, and was like, I think I might want to give this a try. Like, this is almost pistachio and mint to me, but I love it. And maybe chocolate, maybe cherry. Later, I'll come back and revisit these with you. And then I thought I was done until, of course, I spied Mr. Thompson. Omniscient Mr. Thompson. And you know me, I'm a lover of Penhaligon's. And even worse, I'm a lover of Penhaligon's animal head line. And I got to tell you guys, this has become a favorite, or will be a favorite, because I just found this beautiful. Black pepper, pink pepper. There's a pepper note here. There's a little bit of a nut in there, or maybe that's someone, but it's soft. And I bought this not realizing that this is actually supposedly primarily masculine. Yeah, I mean, I should have known that, Mr. Thompson with a friggin' elephant head. But to me, I get pepper and peanuts, which kind of made this apropos that you have an elephant's head on here. And then I thought, wow, how is this different from its siblings, which is The World According to Arthur, which is one of my favorites, and Changing Constants, another one of my favorites. I'm happy I have Mr. Thompson. I love this. He is going to become a scent of the night for me. There's something comforting about it. I haven't checked these notes yet, so that's why I'm giving you just how it smells to my nose with not a lot of intelligent thought. That's enough. I've taken up way too much of your time for my welcome back, but I wanted to share. This is my Roman haul. I do have some other purchases that I'll do for my October purchase. I know. I have, yes. And then we're going to get back on track, because let me talk about that a minute, you guys. Being away, not focusing on the declutter, actually in my mind helped me declutter. And I say that because at night when I was going to sleep, or as I was in asleep, I would think about like my perfume closet, and I could visualize it. And there were fragrances that I was in my dream state was saying, oh, you're not going to cut it. You're not going to make it. You're going to go. Other thing was having my signature fragrance every day and loving how it smelled. There was a part of me that said, I think I could really get down to 100 fragrances. Now, that could be a joke. Don't get me wrong. I think so, because in my dream state, there were fragrances that I was like, yeah, you're on the list. You're on the list. You're on the list. You're on the list. And then there are other fragrances like, oh, you're lovely, but you may not be on the list. So it was really interesting to not be at home in my closet every day, but to have this signature scent. And also to just give my nose a chance to sort of settle in. Because what I realized is up until recently, I thought I was a gourmand, fruity, vanilla girl all the way. But I'm not reaching for my fall gourmands. I'm reaching for some of these deeper, more incensey, more unisex fragrances. So tell me, my nose has definitely changed. I don't think I ever would have bought ginger in a previous life, but here it is sitting in front of me, and I happen to like it. I look forward to wearing it. And I also think that there are things I want to add, so there's going to be things that need to come, because we're at the end of the day, it's going to be a net reduction, not a net addition. That's where I'm at right now. I have missed you guys. I feel like there's so much more I want to tell you, but I've already taken up enough of your time, and I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you would like me to tell you more about, or do a shorter video about the shopping in Rome, including the perfume stores and the video that I have of the stores. And if you want to see my vintage finds, I'm really thrilled with them, especially my coat. My coat's awesome. And whatever else you want to know. I have footage that I was supposed to post while I was gone. That didn't happen because I got lazy. I'm still moving forward because I'm still committed to this. And obviously, until Spirit tells me not to do this anymore, then I have to keep doing this. I hope I will have news for you in terms of if I have found an apartment or a place in Italy that I'd like to buy an apartment. As of right now, I know that's not Rome. I'm trying to be cognizant of the fact that I'm not going to be a 30-something. I'm going to be more of a 60, possibly 70-something doing this. So I want smaller. That's why when I go next month, I will check out Perugia and Florence and that area and see if I want to be in Umbria. Yeah, you guys are on the journey too. So which makes this declutter even more important, right? Because I'm not shipping all these perfume bottles over to Italy, obviously. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for being here. I've missed my community of people that every video would always talk to me and would engage with me, and I just miss that engagement. Let me know if you know any of these, if you've seen them, because I need to get some notes on some of these suckers. I can't find them. And obviously I wasn't listening to the man when he told me. Thanks guys for being here. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.